Greetings. What an opportunity to speak to you about what the death and the resurrection of the Lord Jesus Christ means to me, and they're different questions. One of the approaches I have to God is having Him increase His credibility with the human race. God may be rationally unavoidable, but He will still remain a philosophical concept unless He comes down to rescue us. And that's what the Lord Jesus did. And that itself is a credible feature about Him, because He could be sitting in His heaven and giving prescriptions for the human race, saying, thou shalt not, thou shalt not. But when He came down, He became one of us. The next level of credibility was the fact that He not only became one of us, but like us, He died. And this too is a historical fact. And what a huge credible criterion this is. If God had not died, I would never be able to face death with any hope at all. But then the credibility increases and intensifies when He rises from the dead in fulfillment of what He said He will do. And it's easy to test Him out whether on the third day He actually rose from the dead. And that is the ultimate credibility, because now He offers the entire human race the hope they need in the face of death. You need it, and I need it. So, I want you to consider the only self-resurrection in all of history. He said, I want you to destroy me, and on the third day I will rebuild it. Guess what? On the third day He rose again. What does it mean to me personally? One, it gives me hope in the face of the great inevitable equalizer you and I face. But then also it gives me meaning. Otherwise, all my convictions will be vanity. If the resurrection did not happen, my faith will be in vain. But since the resurrection did happen, it is an anchor, a foundation, and I'm building my life on it. If it wasn't for the resurrection of the Lord Jesus, I could follow any God, any claim, any truth, but there's only one. And He rises from the dead to welcome us, to give us meaning and hope. But then one other great feature of the death and resurrection of the Lord Jesus to me is that He allows me to be engaged in His work without simply being empty and vain and meaningless in the pursuit of life. If the resurrection is true, our faith is anchored and our work is fruitful.